funny after Paul. No, I want to read a poem which I've read a couple of times called Tattoos, but I've added a bit to it, just to flesh it out a bit, and I want to try it out on you, sorry. So it's called Tattoos. In the 60s it was CND, badge of belonging, them and us. She saw the solemn pie chart as an anxious face, eyebrows drawn down, stern warning. She etched it on her shoulder and marched to Greenham. In the 70s she fell in love, and a crimson heart was stretched across her chest. No name, that would change from year to year. But the symbol remained clear. I am one who loves passionately. Its counterpart with jagged tear came later with tears of blood. The 80s brought a flush of dollar signs, fistfuls full of cards, sterling symbols rearing like vipers up her forearms. When she married, chains she incised on each ankle bit harsh blue ink into the white skin. Her wedding ring covered the Celtic knot encircling one finger. L-O-V in red Gothic script defined her other knuckles. When the marriage failed, across her belly she created the Titanic, broken, half submerged by the ice of their last years together. When the century turned, on her thighs, champagne bottles flexed and sparkled, and tangles of roses, thorny, red and blue, hid her past sorrows. Travel became her comfort. Across her back stretched the wide Pacific, islands, palm trees, parrots, flowers, initials of new loves. When at last she got religion, a crucifix was hammered on the surface of the temple that was her body. Its arms invaded hers. Her spine stiffened with stylized wood grain, and blood ran from the nails on her feet. Head shaven, she accommodated the Godhead's suffering, the crown of thorns encircling both their brows. At last the canvas filled, and there was no room for more. I'll just do this other very short one called anti-gravity. The capacity to fly a kite is inversely proportional to a man's gravity. His faith in the absurd is all that lets him hear the words of the birds cruising in the stratosphere. His kite tugs the rational tether that holds him to the earth's skin, until the string cuts wild arabesques in clouds, brands his hands with stripes of its will to freedom. Hovering on roaring winds, the kite's frivolity is the antidote to gravity. Thank you.
Toothsome and delightful, Janice Windle. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. I mean, we can't have a Janice without a Dónall.
No.
Can we? But I'm just going to do a quick poem because I have to, because otherwise I'll explode.
Okay.
I hate you, David Starkey. You're a loathsome, festering wart. A tedious, rancid bigot. What a riot you got caught. Thank you very much. Well, here is fantastic Dónall Dempsey! Dónall!
Can I borrow your body for a struggle? No, that's the title of the poem now.
Oh, I see ya. It's too late.
It's also how in dancehall phraseology in Ireland is how you ask somebody up to dance. Can I borrow your body for a struggle? So, disco! Hi, she said. I'm from another planet. Damn it, I said. So am I. It's so hard to be genuine earthlings these days. This is called Doing Fine. I told you what I was going to do to you when I got you all to myself alone. I told you what I was... There was sudden cackling on the line. I think you got the wrong number, love, but keep talking, you're doing fine. called Note to a Former Lover. Hi, I'm just coming out of the hysterical grief stage and just coming into the quiet sadness and desperate desolation phase. I have to learn not to cry. I have a laughter coach now, and they say I'm doing really well. See? I can just about raise a smile. In a little while, I might even manage to be me again, somehow. Bye. This used to have a horrible long title that was almost orgasmic and involving assaulting people in the audience and all that, but I don't do that now. After it backfired and somebody never forget me for doing it. So it's just called Kiss. Too shy to buy a real vibrator. You told me that you like to masturbate with a oh God, how can I put this kinder, Mel? I can't, can I?
I don't know,
A pepper pot.
Oh.
Right. I grinned. That's great. You said a female friend did not approve. I said, don't mind her. The wheels of God grind exceedingly small, and you, like God, move in mysterious ways, unknown to man or woman, your wonders to perform. I winked. I said, wink, Brian. I winked. It's cool. Whatever turns you on. Still, I brought you to Soho and brought you your first real vibrator. After all, you know, that's what friends are for. Also a children's book entitled Mrs. Pepperpot to the Rescue. You almost wet yourself with laughter and kissed me softer than you'd ever kissed me before. Sorry, I was miles away. Now whenever an over-enthusiastic Italian waiter approaches with his enormous hard-on pepperpot grinder grater, inquiring whether Sir would like more pepper on it, you always come deliciously to mind. Thank you. I once had the pleasure of having a heart attack and surviving it. So this is called Your Littlest Smile. Do not do this, attempt this at home, children. Death, rather diffident, rather shy, comes to me and says it is time to die. Okay, I say. When? Now. Like this moment. This second. I struggle with my heart attack as death, feeling bad about it, repossesses my artifacts. Outside, a van pulls up with neat Gothic script. Death. Removals. It spells out in big bold letters. I like it. Death's got style and a nice smile and is a kind of groovy guy. Or is he a lady? Boy, it's hard to tell. This heart attack hurts like hell. Okay, boys, take it all away. Death's little helpers, all big bruises over 6'2". Where am I gone? Former nightclub bouncers all. They take away the blue sky under which I had first kissed you. They take away the little day-to-day things I always loved. The shape of your mouth, your continuously falling hair brushed impatiently away from your eyes. Your eyes. The smell of your perfume in an empty room. The littlest of your smiles I had saved for a rainy day. Meanwhile, like a living Houdini, I had done it. Somehow wrestled out of the heart attack straitjacket. Damn! Death spat in a peevish manner. How in God's name did you do that? Okay, boys, put it all back. Put it all back. Les boys scowl, growl, and put it all back. Put it all back. That first stolen kiss. That blue sky. Dead now, no more Mr. Nice Guy. You, I'll see you again, Jimmy. A tear trickled down my cheek. Unable to speak, all I could do was glance down, your littlest smile clasped tightly in my hand. Thank you.